Thank you for staying with us on the news this morning. Now, still in commemoration of the International Women's Day, TVC News spoke with some women entrepreneurs on the impact of insecurity on their businesses in Nigeria. Our correspondent, Chalimi Bamiye, has more details in this report.
Agriculture may seem like a male-dominated industry from the outside, but it is women who practice agriculture more, especially rural women, and by a wide margin. Nigerian women make up about 70% of the country's agricultural workforce and also contribute to 70% of the country's food production. They grow food for their immediate families and sell off excess harvest to cater for their children's school fees and support their families. Access to farmland has been a major challenge as some communities do not permit women to own lands. While the limited access to land has not been resolved, many women face an additional problem of insecurity today.
I thank God for farming. Honestly, whoever engages in farming does not lack if you're focused on farming and getting fertilizer. Our challenge is getting fertilizer. Right now, it is difficult to get government support for fertilizer, and fertilizer has become very expensive. And sometimes, if you don't apply fertilizer, it affects the yield. There are so many areas where we need assistance. For instance, in the area of getting mango seedlings, see how fruitful the ones we planted are, and they're not even the improved seedlings yet. If you go further in, you will know Poi Poi town is known for mango farming.
Away from the farm, women with smallholder businesses battle the rising rate of inflation to stay in business. Ndidi Amaka Nwajeni is a small entrepreneur who produces plantain chips in a small factory up on this mountain with no access road. She shares a story of her struggles.
Price of oil too high to grow the business. If the price of the oil come down for 25 liters now, what would they buy before? 6,000 naira. From 6,000 to 7,000 till 25,000 now. The price don't too high. So if you buy, even though you buy the plantain cheap, you fry and finish, you no go get enough what you expect because of the oil.
The story of women's resilience has not been fully told. They make significant contributions in strengthening production and entrepreneurship. Ndidi, the plantain chips fryer, said at various times she's been discouraged and felt like giving up on her business due to the rising cost of oil in the market. If she does, this will definitely affect her finances, and not just hers, but that of those that she employs as well. Chanemi Bami, TVC News, Madala.
Let's turn our attention to Abuja, where the House Committee on Federal Roads Maintenance Agency says insufficient funding, inadequate maintenance strategies are some of the challenges affecting Nigeria's road network. At its maiden oversight visit, the lawmakers assured the agency of their readiness to rebirth a new FERMA through a necessary legislative intervention. National Assembly correspondent Joke Adisa reports.
Poor roads continue to be one of the major factors for road accidents in Nigeria. A second quarter 2022 report on road transport data from the National Bureau of Statistics in collaboration with the Federal Road Safety Corps shows that 3,334 vehicles were involved in accidents, with 5,353 people injured and 855 people killed. The House Committee on FERMA is on its first official visit to the Federal Road Maintenance Agency to set an agenda for improved road network across the country. The lawmakers assured the agency of the committee's support as it commits to effective oversight for remarkable improvement in road network months ahead.
We really need to encourage the managing director to be proactive. We really need to encourage him to be decisive in his actions and to be objective in everything that we'll be doing going forward.
I also would like you to look at another operation, like Operation Connect the Farm to the Market. The reason for this operation is because I want us to reduce the time between the market and the farm in terms of moving goods and services.
There is FEMA maintenance almost every 3 to 6 months, and it's continuing failing. Why? Because the toll that are supposed to be carrying 30,000 tons, they are carrying 70,000 or more than double. That one cannot stand the test of the.
The agency is elated by the assurances of support from the legislators. It promises optimal cooperation to achieve the lift.
The opportunity for FEMA to be the maintenance operator for all the feeder roads we have in the country. The truth is this: producing food from a market, from a farm, you still need access roads to take them to where they'll be processed. Then you still need good access roads or roads that will take them to the market.
A meeting is scheduled between FEMA's field engineers and the committee members at the National Assembly to deepen further engagements geared at achieving set goals. Joke Yadsa, TVC News, Abuja.
And we turn our attention to Osun State, where the ban on trading, partying, and other social activities has been lifted following conclusion of the mourning period after the death of their traditional ruler, Obasunde Olatokun. A new traditional ruler is now set to emerge to fill the vacant stool. Our correspondent Rafiu Hamid has more details.
For the past 3 months here in Otaile, trading, partying, and other forms of social activities have been put on hold in honor of the late traditional ruler of the community, Obasunde Olatokun, who died last year. The rites are now concluded for deceased, signaling the beginning of selection process of his successor. It is tagged Ishilu, meaning opening of the community to trading and other social activities.
After the demise of the Oba, the whole town will go for three months. No sound, nothing like church services. There will be church services. There will be no music, no drumming, no any other thing. Than for you to just go to your church, pray, and go home. The marketplace will be shifted from the initial place and take to another place. It's for the as if you are mourning the demise of the Oba.
There are 2 ruling houses in the community, with the commencement of processes that will usher in another traditional ruler. Indigents want a fair selection process.
Today that we charge the ruling house to feed the vacant stool soonest, for no any delay, and when they are doing it, they are doing it with God fearing.
And I want to advise the ruling house that we should make ourselves one, and there shouldn't be any issue of tussle over who comes there. Anybody that is being presented, we should all work unanimously for the development and the growth. We should work with that person for the development and the growth of Otoinle.
They also call for attention of the state government to the state of roads in the community.
At the same time, we intend, which we are still running from pillar to pole to meet the ramp GM for the grading of the farm road. And the only thing we are doing is the agrarian society. We need farm. And the farm product, if the road there is not good, there is no way the farm product can get to the town.
Late Obasunde Olatokun, the 16th Owafole of Otaile, reigned for 20 years in the community. Rafiu Hamid, TVC News, Otaile, Osun State.
And outside Nigeria, a U.S. military ship is sailing towards the Middle East carrying equipment to build a temporary flare off the coast of Gaza. The army says the support ship set sail from a military base in the state of Virginia on Saturday. This comes after President Joe Biden said the U.S. will build the floating harbor to help get aid into Gaza by sea. The UN has warned that famine in the Gaza Strip is almost inevitable and children are starving to death as aid deliveries by land and air have proved difficult and dangerous.